is enough said.
Happy Thursday, Heat Nation. Yo, boy Ernest here. Back with another Miami Heat Talk video. Hope you guys are living your best life today, staying positive. Remember what situation is going on, whether it's depressing, whether it's anger, whether it's frustration. Just remember, if you were given the gift to open your eyes, wake up this morning, and go on your day, believe me, y'all, you're already winning. There are people going through way worse situations. It's not about what the situation is. It's about how you handle the situation. Always remember that, you guys. Cool heads prevail. And please, guys, take a moment. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to click the link. Today is the final day. My daughter is going for Toddler of the Year. The voting ends tonight at 9 p.m. I'm going to leave a link in the description. I'm going to pin a link in the comments. Please show your support, you guys. Would really appreciate that. Now that we got that out the way, please join me as we go on another Miami Heat Talk adventure. Now, if you didn't see it, we did an episode yesterday about the possibility of bringing back Precious Achiuwa. And I truly feel that with that final 15th spot, or if the Heat are looking to move a Terry Rozier with a few second round draft picks, the way to go is to get a quality center. However, that may not happen. There may be other players that can become available that can help the Miami Heat during the season next year. I love our bench, and I'll say this before I continue this episode. I love this team as is. I really do. I think this team is youthful. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a different type of team that we've seen in a while. But if there's a possibility to help this team get better, why wouldn't you entertain the idea? And that's why I want to talk about Khris Middleton, because it was reported by CBS Sports and by other sources as well that he may likely get bought out from the Washington Wizards. And that makes a lot of sense because Washington just bought out Marcus Smart. They're not looking to win next season. I don't think Khris Middleton is going to want to be there. I mean, when you look at his numbers last season, you guys, you saw numbers of a guy that was just coasting, I feel like. I know Khris Middleton, he's 34 years old. His numbers have diminished a little bit. You know, when he started the season last year with Milwaukee, he was averaging about 12.6 points, 3.7 rebounds, 4.5 assists, 51% from the field, 40% from the three-point line. When he went to Washington, 14 games, started all those games, 10.7 points, 3 rebounds, 3.5 assists, 41% from the field, 27% from the three-point line. So not really good numbers. Now, he is set to make about $33 million next year. So buying him out is going to be a little bit tricky from Washington. Now, it was reported that Marcus Smart took $6.8 million less than from his annual salary. So he was bought out, then he went to the Lakers for about $5.1 million. So he left $1.7 million on the table for getting bought out and going to a contender. But these players don't want to play in Washington, especially at their age. They want to compete. So if Khris Middleton is bought out, let's say he takes $6 million less. So he's going to get still $27 million, which is a lot. You want to go to a team that can kind of cover that. The Miami Heat can provide Khris Middleton a $5.1 million biannual exception contract, besides the minimum contract, which would be about $3 million. Let's not forget the fact that Florida has no state taxes. I keep repeating that because that makes sense in these situations. Now, Khris Middleton, you guys, he does a couple things for us. And I know people are going to be like, we don't need Middleton, we need a center. I agree. But hear this. What this bench needs is scoring off the bench. We need a guy that can come in and get buckets. And as much as I love Nikola Jovic and Jaime Jaquez, Nikola Jovic is a really good scorer, and I think he's getting only better. Jaime, he diminished last year, but still at 9 points a game I thought was solid. But there's not consistency with these guys. Khris Middleton is a consistent scorer. Now, he's 34 years old, so he doesn't really meet the age timeline with this group, but he has championship experience. He won in 2021. He can come in and be a leader/mentor. He's a guy that can help Tyler and Bam carry this team in a locker room presence. He can preach what Eric Spoelstra is saying. And the fact that he's won a championship along with Norman Powell, you know these guys can talk to these players and they'll listen. I think Khris Middleton can come off the bench for the Heat, average anywhere from like 10 to 12 points a game. Similar numbers that he averaged this year. But if he's giving you that type of production, then that really helps you. And here's the other thing. We do need a center. And we have a very tradable contract in Terry Rozier's expiring contract. And in my opinion, whether he's found guilty or not guilty from this NBA gambling thing, it still works. Because worst case scenario, if he's found guilty, then he's waived and he doesn't get his money. And that contract, that salary just gets shed off your books. Or he's found innocent and you buy his ass out. It still gets out of your books. But if you can incentivize a Terry Rozier trade, you can now get a really good quality center. And that's where a player like Jaime Jaquez comes in. Bilal Larson is stepping up, you guys. So you can go ahead and take Jaime Jaquez, Terry Rozier, and now you can get yourself a really good center or a really good player. And I'm not talking about a trade that the Heat can make mid-season where it's like a Giannis trade. But I'm talking about a trade that the Heat can make mid-season like they did in 2020 when they got Andre Iguodala, Solomon Hill, you know, when they were able to trade when they also got Jay Crowder and they sent out Dion Waiters, James Johnson, Justice Winslow, that type of trade. So if the Heat can pick a Khris Middleton, if they're not able to get the center they want, and if Khris Middleton's bought out, they can bring in Middleton. Now you can dangle Terry Rozier, Jaime Jaquez, second round draft pick, and you can get a really good player that can help you mid-season. So let me know what you think about Khris Middleton coming to the Miami Heat, you guys. Buyout, you can offer him a $5 million contract, maybe a 2-year deal. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Click the link to go ahead and support my daughter. Vote my daughter Maya for Toddler of the Year. We get a huge grand prize, and it would really help me upgrade this channel. Thank y'all so much, and until next time, your boy Ernest out, and that is enough said.